Good afternoon and welcome. For those that don't know me, my name is Loren Podwill, and I'm the Vice Chair of TIPS. I'm also the managing partner of our law firm, Bullivant Houser, based in Portland, Seattle, and San Francisco. I've been a TIPS member for most of my 35 years of my legal career, and for the last decade or more, I've had the privilege of working very closely with Thomson Reuters, one of our premier sponsors, on a variety of projects. Also as the managing partner of our law firm, which is a 60-lawyer mid-size firm, I've worked closely with Thomson Reuters and its representatives regarding various products that are available to help us run a successful law practice and a successful business. So here with me today is Barb McGivern. Barb is the general manager of Thomson Reuters mid-size law firm segment. Barb, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Lauren. It's great to be with you.
So Barb, what do you do in your role as general manager of the mid-size law firm segment?
At Thomson Reuters, we've taken sort of a customer focus to the market. And so I've got a colleague who looks after the very largest global law firms and another who looks after solo and small firms. And I'm responsible for firms anywhere from 11 attorneys all the way up to a few hundred. And the reason we take a look at that is because it's really important for us to understand specifically what our customers need. I'm responsible for strategy and for commercials and pricing and for sales of all Thomson Reuters solutions to mid-sized firms.
So, you know, most of our members are familiar with Thomson Reuters in terms of the Westlaw legal research platform. And I can tell you in our firm, we did a survey some years ago of all the lawyers in our firm as to the preferred legal research platform. And I'm happy to tell you that Westlaw was the unanimous choice, and we're using it already, and we continue to use it, and it's really a great tool. But there's so much more that you have to offer. Can you describe some of the additional products?
Yes, it warms my heart to hear that Westlaw is doing a good job for your firm. You know, Westlaw is the heart of our business. It is the heart of our editorial underpinnings of the law, and we extend that sort of strategy and that philosophy and those editorial and other assets into different things that make law firms, you know, really serve their clients as well as possible. Another one is practical law. So a nice complement to Westlaw is practical law. And while Westlaw helps you find the law and do legal research on behalf of your clients, sometimes you've got a foray into an area that you're not familiar with, either a practice area, adjacency, or a new geography. And that's where practical law comes in. So practical law is, we call it the know-how solution. It helps you know how to practice in a particular area. It'll have sample documents, it'll have outlines, matter plans, different things that just help you get started much further down the road than from a white sheet of paper. We also
have to tell you, we added practical law just this year to the portfolio of products from Thomson Reuters, and people just seem to love it.
I'm so glad.
And I first became aware of it through some of the think tank meetings that we had with Thomson Reuters representatives at the TIPS meetings.
Wonderful. Practical law has been a real lifesaver for firms going through the COVID transition. You know, what we hear a lot about practical law is it's like having a wise mentor down the hall to help you get started on your legal matters or to get up to speed on something quickly. With everyone working remotely, there is no down the hall. You're in your own, you know, you're trying to practice and serve your clients from your home for the better part of last year. And so we just keep hearing stories from customers about how much it's helped. We also have other solutions that help with litigation, for example, so Case Notebook. We've got transactional solutions like Contract Express and Drafting Assistant. We help law firms with their marketing and growth strategies with both fine law and super lawyers. And we help firms with collaboration needs with a solution called HiQ. So we're just trying to help legal professionals serve their clients as well as they possibly can. And so we're trying to sort of serve them across the gamut.
So in terms of the market segment that you specialize in, the small to mid firm, what size law firms are those, and why these products, especially for those kind of firms?
Yes. So really midsize it's kind of it's the middle. It's firms that are maybe 10, 15, 20 attorneys at the low end, and at the top end there might be hundreds of attorneys, but it's more about their geographic footprint. So for example, you've got 3 offices. You've got a US based focus practice. Those
Right.
are midsize is really about that, and it's about the kind of clients you're serving, which are midsize corporations or consumers, legal consumers with sort of bigger needs. So midsize firms are it's not a monolith. They're different. We see midsize firms break down into categories like there are boutiques where they just do one thing, that's all they do, but they've got multiple offices. And the reason we make that distinction is because their needs are driven by the clients they serve, the practice areas they have, the number of offices they have, because they use technology to practice and to grow their firms.
So if a firm wants to find out more about these various products that are available, where should they look?
Well, they should look at legalsolutions.thomsonreuters.com. That's where you can just easily search for us. That's really the place where you can see a demo of everything we offer. You can get in touch with somebody if you want to, or you can self-serve and get up to speed. You could do a trial. You could initiate a trial of practical law, for example, from our website. And of course, there are plenty of people at Thomson Reuters who are ready to answer your questions.
Well, super. I know for our firm did a trial on practical law, and there's different areas that you can, depending on what your firm's focus is, to sample and then to purchase that service if that's fits for you.
Yes, that's great. I'm so glad you did that, because it doesn't do you any good to buy a solution and then never use it. And so being able to try it first, you can confirm, yes, this meets our needs, this helps us practice and serve our clients better, and then it's a better purchase for you.
Anything else that you can share for either me as a managing partner, because I'm learning more as we go, and always looking for additional products to help our lawyers and our staff, and our audience of TIPS members are the full gamut. We were actually surprised when we recently looked at our demographics at the majority of our TIPS members are in the small to mid firm size. So it's right in the sweet spot for your market.
Yeah, that's excellent. Well, thanks again for the opportunity to talk with you, and we are obviously we're very, very grateful for your business and for your partnership and the insights that you send back into the business about how we can serve firms like yours better. When I think about the TIPS membership and the kinds of firms that might be hearing us talk today, one message is think about how technology can help you in this new post-COVID environment. And, practical law can play a big role in getting your new associates up to speed quickly, in helping you expand your growth into new practice areas or into new geographies. And then take a look at HiQ. HiQ is there are a lot of firms like the TIPS membership who are using HiQ to collaborate across locations, to demonstrate value to their clients with document sharing and transparency about case progress. So it's a new way to work in the post-COVID model, and HiQ is a great collaboration software that helps drive that.
Super. Let me ask you one other question. And,
sure.
And it's this. I routinely say that we have gone from the practice of law to the business of law. And whether we as practicing lawyers like it or not, it still remains critical that we provide our clients with top of the line legal services. But to be successful in this marketplace, you also have to pay attention to the business aspect of your law firm, whether it's a 2 or 3 lawyer law firm, a 60 lawyer law firm like ours, or hundreds or thousands of law firms. But for those smaller firms, sometimes it's difficult to be wearing the hat of the practicing lawyer and then also running the business. Or there's some additional tools that are available through
Yes.
Thomson Reuters to assist?
Yes, I'd bring two to mind. First is, everybody needs to make sure that your clients and prospective clients can find you when they have legal issues. And whether that's a consumer or a person or a business, FindLaw is a great way to make sure that consumers can find you. If you've been named to the super lawyers list, take advantage of that. Really make sure that you take advantage of that opportunity to let your market and let your prospects know that your peers have selected you to the super lawyers list. It's just a great way to make sure that that folks are finding you when they have a legal issue that you can satisfy. And then in terms of running the business, it is the age of data. And you need to understand, where's your most profitable work? Who are your most profitable associates? How are you? Who are the clients that are bringing in the most business for you, and what are their next legal needs, so that you can continue to serve them and increase sort of the lifetime value of that client to the firm. We have solutions like ProLaw and 3E Cloud that help sort of underpin the running of the firm in terms of time and billing collection, matter analysis, budgeting, all of that stuff. So we like to, we're serving the attorneys with Practical Law and Westlaw, solutions like that. But we're also making sure the law firm CFOs and CIOs and managing partners are accounted for by the way that we're bringing together law firm data in those solutions.
Super, great information. Barb, thank you so much. Really enjoyed talking with you today, and let's do it again.
Okay, Lauren, thank you. Thanks very much.
Take care. Bye-bye.